Yes, I mean, I could just focus on sales, sure, but I want to put myself in a position where I'm learning the most about every aspect of the business.
Meet Kaleb Barton. When most agents only focus on sales, Kaleb went after every skill in the industry, even the one that agents fear the most, auctioneering.
It was just, straight in the deep end. It's Tuesday, there's an auction on Thursday, good luck. Those sort of environments, like I love.
In this episode, you'll learn exactly why Kaleb is obsessed with building range and how he's built his business for the long haul. This is Agent Academy.
It was after an auction one day. I'd just gone in to see John Ross, who's our CEO, and I almost begged him. I was like, please let me learn how to do this. Like, I'm super keen. It's something that, entices me. So they sent me up to Auckland to do like the REINZ sort of introduction auctioneering course. And then that was probably, September 2019. And then by December 2019, Luke, he left. And so I was kind of just thrown straight in the deep end. Like, right, you're the only other person in the office who's done this course or somehow knows what he's doing, quote unquote. You're in the deep end. And I think that was, it was a massive challenge because I was then put in a position that I had to kind of prove that I had the skills, firstly to my peers, but also to, vendors. And I had no growing room. It was just, straight in the deep end. It's Tuesday, there's an auction on Thursday, good luck, so to speak. But like those sort of environments, like I love.
Yeah. So Kaleb was thrown in the deep end, but it didn't just stop with auctioneering. He decided he wanted to get into sales training as well.
Looking ahead, if I've got aspirations of either running my own team or running my own business, then I wanted to know what it would feel like to have to manage many people at once, have to train them up, have to, managing people is a whole nother kettle of fish. Like, if you're a salesperson, 9 times out of 10, you're on your own, you're just out there doing it. But then you throw, at the moment we've got 12 or 13 new salespeople. So, having to deal with, how they handle things. Some people come into, someone like Tommy, for example, starts on day one, puts a listing up on the board, super charismatic, heaps of energy, just naturally has it. Whereas he's not going to be the case for everybody. Some people are late bloomers, so you have to kind of, coach them a little bit more, but then all of a sudden they've hit a tipping point and, their business has taken off. So it's just been able to just figure out, managing is a whole nother kettle of fish, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. But it's all with the long-term vision that eventually I'm going to need these skills later on in the piece, for sure.
So that's why Kaleb decided to learn all of these extra skills, because he knew that sales was a means to an end eventually, and he wanted to be equipped to run his own business. So next I was interested, what would Kaleb say is the number one skill that an agent can have?
I genuinely think the biggest skill you can have in real estate is just resilience, perseverance. It's how long can you just hang on? And again, I think that comes back to because real estate can be very much like this, right? If you look at it from a pendulum standpoint, if you make a couple of sales and all of a sudden there's some money coming into your account, you're really happy, and you swing this way and you're all the way up here, naturally, as a part of your journey as a real estate agent, you're going to have the lows at the same time. So if you hold yourself up here and you're like, man, I'm killing it, I'm doing so well, I got all these listings, that's where the distraction comes in. All of a sudden you don't have any time to do any of your prospecting or the basic stuff. 3-4 months goes by, so it's a much further way to swing to the bottom, right? And it's the same thing here. If you're on this side of the spectrum, just say you've gone a few months without sales, if you're kind of dwelling in that space, there's no way you're going to get back to here. So a lot of the conversation I'm having with these newer salespeople is just keep yourself in the middle, because I promise you that it's going to, the more work you do and the more time you spend in this game, naturally you're going to have a turning point sooner or later. It's just how long you can persevere and hang on, and then for them along that journey, they're going to figure out themselves whether this job is for them or whether it's not. But it really is just a time handle, because you could probably ask every single real estate agent. There's been so many moments where I've been like, oh, I can't do this. I just want to pack it in. Like, I've had enough. Like, this job isn't cut out for me. But then you just give it another 2-3 months and all of a sudden everything changes like that. Yeah. So
Kaleb isn't preparing for next month, he's preparing for the next 40 years. And that's what I loved about his story.
Honestly, the most important thing for me is that, like, I get to help my friends, I get to help my family, I get to help my community, and just being someone who can either is a source of information or can provide value to someone. And if I do a good job for them, that's the most important thing, right? That, and just continually developing, learning, because there's so much to learn.
My name is Hausia. This is Agent Academy. We will see you in the next